JL Rock percent off collector. We're here with another Transformers unboxing and review. And today we're going to be looking at the Transformers Legacy United G1 Universe Soundwave. And man, if you have seen this channel before, of course, thanks for coming back. And if you're new, I love Soundwave. It's like one of my top Transformers. So I have a collection of that. And actually, if you look at my channel trailer, you'll see that I have a bunch of them. I actually bought some special little cases to hold all the different cassettes that I could find. So seeing this, even though the design of the cassettes are a little bit different, the design of Soundwave is different, I had to pick it up. But I still got a discount, even though it was a little one. So the question is, though, is it worth it for not only my collection, but for yours? Well, let's open this up and find out. Alright, so as I said, this is the Soundwave from the Transformers Legacy United. I think it's the latest one. The one that I got before was the 40th anniversary one, and I know that some people had some problems with that. I admit, for me, it's a little bit different. Even though I am new in collecting, I think that overall my collecting is more, I guess, like general. Like, I would say that I don't dive into all the machinations that goes on as far as like what Hasbro is doing with Transformers. I mean, obviously, you know that they're out to make their bucks, so there's gonna always be this version and that version. But for me, since I'm always looking for a deal, doesn't really bother me in the end, because I usually don't buy something that's the first day, and I usually don't buy something that's super expensive. Basically, during the Prime sale, they actually had this on sale around 49 bucks, but Walmart ended up messing up the actual delivery of this for me, so I had to go and get it through Amazon. But Amazon actually had a little sale on it as well, and I turned in a little bit of my cash that they give you for the gift certificate, so I actually got this for about 45. So you can see the box here, how it comes. I have to say that it doesn't look bad. I mean, for me, I guess the thing overall is I already have a G1. I have a G1 knockoff. I have the 40th anniversary. I have a couple of other versions, so I don't mind seeing different versions. I admit, like I said, I like the old school cassettes because I'm more of a G1 person, so these newer variants is not like the ones that I would love to have, but it's not that bad. Also, it looks like since it's G1 inspired, it's not hard to transform, which is good for me because I'm terrible at transforming unless it's super simple. So you can see that you get basically a lot with it, which I guess makes sense since they give you, like, I guess, smaller or different versions of it. So you see you got Rumble, Buzzsaw, Ravage. So that's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's open this up after looking at the artwork and everything and see how everything looks. Let me see if it's easier on this side. I admit, having this little blade here has made opening things a lot easier than how I used to do things. Okay, so that was pretty simple to slide that out of there. Not so bad. I don't have a problem with a mixture, you know, having like a lot of cardboard, as long as it's pretty easy to get to it. So you can see here in a plastic prison, well, I guess not plastic prison, little plastic ties. And then you have the little box, well, not box, little bag with his accessories, which I assume is like the weapon and stuff like that, and maybe the attachments that go with the cassettes. So we're gonna free him here with the little scissors. Oops, let me get the ones up here too. And also, while you get a shot of him, I'm gonna free the cassettes as well. So I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, I don't hate this style. It's just that for me, I've always preferred the old school cassettes that, you know, look like the micro cassettes. But look, I get it, you know, that even at the time, you know, like in the 80s, it's not like a lot of people had those micro cassette recorders. They were mainly like for reporters or like doctors or something like that. So, you know, I can understand where it's not something where people are clamoring for it. And then since there's been other versions as well, I could see where people are like, hey, you know what, let's get something a little bit different. So I don't really have a problem with that. But I do like that you did get more with this. It says some of the other ones you either get like one or maybe two of his companions, I guess. So that was cool to have these extras in here. So yeah, so as I said, as far as parts, we'll scroll down here so you can see. It's basically the weapons that you have, and then you also have for Rumble's attachment so that he could do the attacks here. So I mean, gotta say that looks cool, like how it's designed and everything. Really good sculpt there. So that's sweet. So that's that. And then you have the weapon here. Basically, I've seen like this weapon type before. And you have it like where you can extend it and like that. So that's cool. And then you got the little smaller ones that you can put. I think that these are the ones that go on top of Buzzsaw. I'm pretty sure that's what these are. And then you also have the weapons here, which I know you got the combine here as well, right? Yeah, there you go. So it can either be a weapon. You have the one that goes on the shoulder here. So again, look at that little thing here. It's interesting. Looking at stuff like this is nothing that I look at and be like, oh my god, it's jacked up. It's more like, since I also will purchase knockoffs and stuff, I also like to see like, hey, you know, sometimes people say like, oh, look at this on a knockoff, there's like a little defect or something. I'm like, I understand if it's a super defect, because some of those knockoffs have that, but I mean, even the legit ones could have little things like that as well. So not a problem. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a big deal or anything. So let's look at the main big man before we go look at everything else. So as I said, like, the design is a little bit different, and I actually brought out what is basically based on, and like, to me it's like this version here. So I mean, look at that. And this is a version that turns into the ship. So so it's kind of interesting that, like, when I first even saw it to buy it, I was like, oh, so it's based off of this mold, except where this turns into, wait, I think this is the ship, right? Yeah. So this is a ship, and then this one actually does turn into a cassette tape. So it's kind of interesting because basically the model is going to be the same. I mean, yeah, you see some differences here, not just the color, but you see some just differences here in how it's built. I think actually I had the legs turned around on this. I just realized I had this wrong. So I mean, you can just see, you know, some differences in how it's designed and everything, but I mean, pretty much that's what it looks like. So, but I don't have a problem with that. Again, I actually like the way this looked. It's just, it didn't turn into a cassette player. So I thought that was like, oh man, I like the cassette player, man. So as I said, overall the design and all that's cool. I like how this is like yellow, but it also is kind of like gold. It's like, it really has a really nice look to it. I mean, I even like, for instance, like just the little design that they have within the glass and all that. I don't know why. I don't have a problem with this necessarily, but for some reason, and let me know if it's just me, doesn't the Decepticon symbol kind of stick out like with this sticker? I almost wish either if they could like etch it in, like imagine if they could do something where they kind of etched it like this, but then added some purple, or if they kind of like just made this look a little bit different, because it's not like a sticker you put on, but to me it just seems so strange because it almost feels like someone put this on like almost like an aftermarket sticker. That's what I think when I look at it. But hey, let me know in the comments. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just weird. It's very possible. So as far as articulation, I mean, this is G1 inspired, but it's going to have more articulation than G1. I mean, you can move around the feet, even though I know like some of this down here is part of the transformation. But as far as the knees, like you can bend it pretty far back. And of course, you could turn it around like right above, I guess, where the knee would be. Obviously, as far as turning the legs itself, you can see under here, you got that motion. But then you have here that kind of blocks how far you kick forward. But I guess you could, I think, yeah, this one you can lift up too. But I guess once you lift it up, it's kind of weird. Like, could you imagine if you're going for a kick? Like, he would basically telegraph his kick, because this would like raise up, and you're like, oh snap, he's about to start the kicking. So I mean, you got the Van Damme you can do out here. You know, shout out to Captain Carl on that one. So as far as the hands, let's see. I think that these hands just bend in. Yeah, so you don't get any rotation with that. It just bends in as part of the transformation. And then you got the bending at the elbows. Is there any rotation? Yeah, you got the rotation up here right around the shoulder area. And then of course you can rotate the shoulders. You can go out. So that's cool. And then as far as the head, you know, it's not too much movement, a little bit up, a little bit down. I do like how that light catches the red. Like that's cool. I like that touch. Like, wait, I was just checking. Let me go back to this one. This one, no. Well, this one does, but because it's just yellow though. So if anything, that's just cool. But you see, like, it doesn't seem to catch the light the same way. Like, you see how, like this one, maybe it does. I guess maybe the yellow, it's just a little bit different how it catches the light. But, and you can see, like, that's more gold while this has almost like more of a yellow. But I really do like that red. Like, that red looks sweet. Let's check this. I mean, obviously, you have the inside. And I do like the fact that they do have more of the sculpt on the inside. So as far as his minions, pretty sure it's like this because it would make sense. Yeah. So, I mean, that looks sweet too. So I like that. I like that it looks cool when it's part of him because you see, like, that design and all that, it matches, you know. So that looks, to me, that looks sweet. So especially that color, like, that really pops. Let me see, like, how a Ravage would look. See, so, like, again, that doesn't look bad. It's kind of interesting how, like, with here you got another symbol or something. I think maybe this one I have upside down. Let me see if it's better this way. Well, yeah, I guess this would be right because Japan here, you can see it, and then you see the MC up here. So, I mean, that's not bad, but to me, it doesn't do any, like, pop here. So, and then you have, ooh, Rumble seems kind of, that one, that fits weird. Like, I guess maybe, I'm trying to see if, like, me, but I don't think I'm doing it wrong. Because I did it this way. Okay, this one slided better. But see, yeah, like, even when I slid it down better, no. And it can't be this way, because this doesn't, yeah, that doesn't look right this way. Huh, so that's strange. Let me know in the comments if that is that. I mean, obviously this is larger, but I would assume that it should fit. Like, if you compare this to here, like, you can see, like, this is larger, and maybe something here is a little bit off. Maybe that's why in the transformation. So let me give it another shot just to make sure, do my due diligence. Oh, okay, there it is. So that's what it was. It was just that it came a little bit loose as far as the transformation. So, I mean, that looks cool, having that blue like that. I mean, like, from far away, that looks pretty cool. Close up, that looks pretty cool. But, I mean, honestly, this one looks the best. I just think that because of the color scheme overall and everything, that just looks sweet. Especially that this part here, that just looks really awesome. So, obviously, as the rest of it, you have, you know, the buttons, they don't work or anything, but you have that back there. And then on the back here, you have the actual play buttons as far as in its cassette mode. Looks pretty good from the back side. And then also, like, the weapons, oops, down here that you can roll out. So you have that, and I think is that part, I could have sworn that there was another part that you can connect like that. Maybe I'm wrong, because you see here in the front, I was trying to see if there's anything else here that would connect with that, but I guess not. Maybe it's just its own weapon, or maybe there's other things that you could connect, because it's too big for his main gun. So that's interesting. But let me know if maybe I got that wrong. But it looks like just like you see on the front of this, it has that same look where you could put a connection. I don't know if maybe if you have fire effects, you know, there's some that have that standard fit where a fire effect will work there as well. So perhaps that's the deal. So obviously, like, as far as the accessories, you could put them on here, and then you have his gun. So you can mount that on that. So you have his gun there. And then of course you could do with the other gun, whether you're combining it or you just want it as a separate weapon, you could do that. So you have his weapons like that, so that's sweet. And then I'm pretty sure, just like pretty much all the Transformers, a lot of stuff fits on the side. So wherever you see the little hole there, you can fit that as well, so that you can really like arm him out like that. So that's cool. So that's sweet. I think that's cool. And then of course, like the actual cassettes themselves, there are other, of course, there's other types like this that's come out. That's these smaller, simpler types, and I'm pretty sure that these are pretty easy to transform. Again, even for me. I forgot if it's at the. I forgot if it's at the bottom to pull out. That's the only thing. Like the head for him was the only one that was always, and the legs too. But I know you could turn that down here as well. Oh, I'm sorry. So that's where it is. So it's down here like that. And then you have him up there. So I thought that the guns were for one of them, but I could be wrong on that. But that looks pretty sweet. Trying to see, and see, like back here, it looks like you could fit something as well. So I thought it fits in here, but maybe that could be on Ravage as well, because I think maybe that's Ravage's guns. So that's all looking sweet. I like that you can do movement with the head there, so you can get more of that, you know, the bird look and all that. And actually, no, I was gonna say, I was like, could this fit on the side? Those are really small on the side, so no. But again, very cool. And then of course you have Ravage here, which I always liked Ravage, and he always was cool. Oh, this one, see, this is the one where it looks simple, but I can see like how you transform it. Like I could definitely mess this up. I could already see that. That's how, like I said, that's how bad I am. Is like I can, like even something like this that should be simple is like I could jack it up. But I do know that part of it is turning down here, but I think I'll do that off camera, because it's like I always jack the Ravages up, just because I know like you bring down his arms and legs, and then when you merge it together, then you get him. So I'll show that afterwards instead of struggle busting it here. And then you have Rumble here, very cool. This one I think I should be able to do, we'll see. Yeah, this one's so simple, even I can do it. So then I know his arms come down like that. And then you have his head. Oh, and his hands are in here. And you pull them out like that. And then there. And then you can turn his feet here, and then actual foot area. Is it? Let's try to see. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I always have a problem with his feet. But look, you get the idea. And then as far, let me scroll down here so you can see it. So then as far as the little contraption here, it basically fits like in his hand. Is it at the bottom? Oh no, it is here. It's like on, you kind of turn it so it's like on the higher end of it. So it's like that. Basically, so it's plugged in not on the hand, but on this, I guess, forearm part. And then like it's basically just like on the side like that. Oops. There you go. Ah! Oh my goodness, I did have it. Alright, well, you get the gist. I mean, basically, it's like that. I don't know why on this side. Do I have it turned wrong? I think that could be it. Yeah. Yeah, this one is kind of weird. It seems like it wants to pop out. Oh, I wonder if I'm not supposed to have the hand out. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's my mistake. My mistake, guys. I'm not supposed to have the hand out like that. It's supposed to be just like that. So then you have the ground pound look. So you could, I thought it turns, oh, I thought you could turn elsewhere, but I guess it's only here. So I guess like that. It's like here. I thought these did move. Oh, you can actually unscrew it. Huh, that's interesting. But I guess since his arms can move down, you could play around to get the ground pound effect on it. But I could have sworn that you could turn at this end as well, but I guess not. But that's fine. I mean, overall, it's sweet. I guess though, yeah, I guess that these guns go on Ravage, which I was having trouble transforming. So I'm going to transform now Soundwave into cassette mode, and I'll also transform Ravage while I'm at it, and then we'll see what we see. So here it is in its tape mode, and I have to say, it does feel like this mold itself has like a little bit of an issue, and I did see a couple of videos where people have talked about that. One of the parts was with the leg here, because basically like this snaps into the side here, and I know that when you're doing this transformation here, like this part, you have to really make sure that you push it down and lock it into place. So then when you push in on the side here, it really goes in, because originally I really had to put some pressure on it to get it to fit correctly and not have gaps. And I did see some videos where some people still had some gaps, but they said after playing with it over and over, I guess you get to where it fits in. Same thing down here. Down here, these fold out, and then you clip it into here. And it's like, they do clip in, but it seems like they have sometimes issues where they kind of pop out. But they also, I don't know, for some reason it kind of sticks out. Same thing with the gap here, which this is normal. It's not like mine is different from anyone else's, but I don't know, for some reason it seems like it sticks out even more. And then on the back here, this here is supposed to just connect like so, and you see that little there, you're supposed to just push it in, but you see mine doesn't like to do that. And I've seen some where when you put it together, it fits fine. I've seen others where it does what mine does. I mean, is any of this stuff deal breaking for me? No, but still, it's just something to consider. But putting it back on the table, it doesn't look bad, but I can understand why there were people that didn't like it. Just overall, just like what was done here, the issue with the micro cassettes. You can see, look, I got Ravage kind of transformed. It's possible I still have something kind of off here, but basically like that. And I have the other version, like I have the what is it, the blue and gray version of Ravage there, like that too. So that's that's interesting. And then you can, I don't think there's an actual perch place there for him, but you have that. And then I was wrong, like the guns are for Rumble here, so you can see here where he's able to fit the guns on his forearm arms here. So you can basically do either the guns, or you're able to do the blasters. And I still realize I didn't put this down, but I swear it can do it. It's just, I'm just bad. That's all. I admit it. I'll get better some year. Not right now, not anytime soon, but I don't know, maybe by the time I get to 1,000 subscribers or something, I'll be good. But look at that, like this one is like, I mean, yeah, I know I could just like get a pen or something like that and put it in there, but it's like, good God, man. Like, why does it gotta be so, oh my God. And like even when I push on it, it feels like it's so hard to do. Like I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna use my little scissors here to help me out, because that's just silly, man. Like, I wonder if there's something with this foot, because the other one in the end I was able to do, but oh my God, like even with the little scissors, like I feel like I'm gonna mess it up if I push too hard. So I think that there's something going on, because yeah, like, oh my God, I had to push too hard to get that open. So it's like, you can see, like, once I got it, it's okay, but man, that was way too difficult for like what it is. So let me put him, I'll put you back there. So yeah, like overall thoughts, I mean, look, the price point, especially like I see this mainly for like 60 bucks. I don't think it's worth 60 bucks. And I'm a Soundwave fan. I have a lot of Soundwaves, but I don't know it. I understand why people have problems with it. It's one of those things where, yeah, if you're a fan and you get caught up in collecting all the sound waves and you just want certain things, they know you're gonna buy it, and it does kind of suck where it's like it should be the best, especially since we just had the 40th anniversary too, which people had an issue with that, but there were at least people that were able to defend some of that. I don't know. And it's funny too, like you can see also I did the knockoff from AliExpress of the masterpiece, which I can't believe how good that was. Like I still like will take pictures with it, play around with it and stuff like that. Nothing's broke. It seems really good, and it's just like, man, I'm telling you that there's gonna be some times where just those knockoffs, I'm gonna go after that more than anything else. But you know, around 40 bucks or so, especially if it goes on sale, yeah, that's fine. And as I said, my biggest things is with the cassette tapes being that different size. I mean, I understand that they fit inside this version and all that, and maybe some people do just want to have a different version or something, but I don't know, man. I just gotta say that overall, I'm still happy to have it as part of my collection, but I understand the critiques and the criticisms about it. And I'd like to hear about some of your criticisms, because everyone will have a different reason as for why they either really like this version, which to me, I haven't seen people say I really like it. They'll just be like, oh no, it's cool, I'm happy with it. And I guess that's my answer too. It's cool, I'm happy with it. It's another Soundwave for my collection. But for those of you that don't, like, I'd like to know more of why. But like, you know, just quickly, just to show you overall, it still has a pretty nice presentation, even with the things that I pointed out. So like on the shelf, especially with my other Soundwave versions, you know, it's nice. I mean, in the back, like I said, you know, you store the other gun there. That's cool. I wish that this wasn't a problem, because I did check to make sure that I had this right. And I mean, just in case I am wrong, because it's possible, let me know. But this is exactly how it looked in the instructions and on the videos that I saw. You know, the sculpt in the back is you know, kind of plain, you know, nothing crazy there. But, you know, and same thing like underneath, nothing there. On the top, all you know, standard. And of course, you know, just like you could put it, well, in robot mode, of course, you can put it in this mode as well. So overall, yeah, not a problem. I mean, I think that I don't like this version of Ravage. I mean, like, even if I somehow missed something on the transformation, still, I never liked this version of the way it looks. I like the other microcassette version. I don't have a problem with Rumble. I mean, I think that this version looks cool. And actually, I think overall the birds almost, like, you know, because I have a version of Laserbeak that's like this style too. So I think actually, as far as the birds are concerned, I think it actually works well with this design. I don't think you lose anything like I felt you lost with Ravage. So it's just so weird. I guess that just the way Ravage is, you couldn't do how his traditional look, like the old microcassette look. So those are my overall issues, but in the end, I have to say that I still think that it's good enough for my collection. As for yours, 50-50. You'll have to make a call on that yourselves, but I will say that probably with the reviews and just how people feel about it, I don't think you have to rush out and get it. I'm pretty sure that it'll still be on the shelves whenever you're ready to go after that deal. So I guess in the end, if you can get a deal, then I think it'll be a good transformer to add to part of your collection. Hey, thanks for checking out the channel, and if you like what you've seen, please consider giving us a like, comment, a sub, all that stuff. It really helps the algorithm as we try to make a push to reach out to more collectors that, like me, like to get that discount, because you know how I say, no discount, no deal. Alright, catch you later.